This portion of the CU podcast is sponsored by Launchbox, the perfect gaming front end for your PC, home theater, or arcade cabinet. Check it out at launchbox-app.com.
So, real quick, this is just kind of interesting because out of fucking nowhere, 3 TurboGrafx games appeared on the Wii U eShop. We got Bonk's Adventure, we got New Adventure Island, and we got R-Type, of all things. Oh. And it's cool, and it's interesting to me because on the original Wii, I think a lot of people, when we talk about TurboGrafx collecting, right? Mm-hmm. We talk about how people kind of made a lateral move when they were done with NES, or they had exhausted it, or they had completed it. They made lateral moves to things like Turbo or Sega Master System. But much like you always say when we talk about the explosion of NES collecting, the Virtual Console does deserve a bit of note when it comes to TurboGrafx, because this was the first time a lot of people were exposed to them.
Or found out about what these games, they exist? What?
Period. TurboGrafx games were not underrepresented on the Wii. There was quite a few.
A few dozen at least, wasn't there?
Yes, there was quite a few. And then when the Wii U came out, there was like nothing. I mean, the fact that they didn't just, I mean, I'm sure there's some weird reason, but the fact that the Virtual Consoles didn't just transfer over.
There had to be a licensing issue.
Yeah, it had to be a licensing issue. But it was just bizarre. And out of nowhere, here we go. We get 3 TurboGrafx games. And pretty fucking good ones at that.
Well, it's important that to our Konami, where Konami's like, yeah, let's finally fucking make money on this shit we've owned for the past 5 years or so.
None of these are Konami.
Oh, I'm sorry.
None of these. Well, no, only one of them is not first party to NEC.
No, Konami owns Bonk's Adventure.
No, okay. Now they own it. Sure, okay. I guess.
They own Adventure Island.
They own, okay.
What the fuck
now they do.
It's trying to look like an idiot at my own podcast.
Sorry, I'm thinking of who originally owned the properties.
No, the Konami's sitting on this shit.
Okay.
And they haven't made money off of Bonk or Adventure Island yet, and this is a way for them to do it.
Fair enough. And they are two easily recognizable games.
Yes.
And also with the increasing price of something like Hudson's Adventure Island, it makes the new Adventure Island, it makes a great choice. And those games are great. The weird one for me is R-Type.
Yes.
Because that's Irem, and that's weird. And I'm sorry, Pat, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'll apologize on air. But as great as R-Type is, it's not like this is an arcade perfect port. So to me,
it isn't. So I'm not familiar with that on the Turbo.
No, it's not.
I hate this game. I hate R-Type. I don't like R-Type.
It's divisive.
Yeah.
I love the game, but it's just weird because it's not like a definitive port of it or anything like that. It just seems like a strange choice. It was a good version for the time. It was probably the best version out there at the time. But right now, it just seems like an odd choice for it. Either way, I hope this opens the door to more. I actually, because the complete prices in both Japan and the U.S. have risen sharply, do not own a copy of, I can't remember what they call it in Japan. It's not Adventure Island. Adventure Island in Japan is different. But it's Wonder Boy 3. I don't own a copy of it because of rising prices, so I will probably actually buy this for the Wii U and play it because the game is fucking fun as hell. And
should have bought my copy.
And it was loose.
That's right.
I would love to see Devil's Crush put out on there because I'll buy Devil's Crush as many fucking times as people ask me to. I have it complete.
Was that NEC or
that was that was NEC Hudson. I will own it as many times as people ask me to. That game is fun as hell to play with people. So I hope we start to see. It would be weird to see it. It'd be weird to see it in the twilight years of the Wii U, but I hope we get. Maybe not a deluge, but at least a sprinkling of other Turbo games.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Yeah, they didn't go. I guess Nintendo figured, or I don't know how it works with the Virtual Console versus the eShop. If it comes out to come to Nintendo and sell them the items, or Nintendo wants, and Nintendo's like, hey, we should get more stuff for our shop, or I guess a combination. But I guess maybe they figured, who's going to buy Turbo games on the Wii U? I guess there's always going to be someone who's going to browse. It doesn't cost them any money.
Right.
You know, just it's like everyone gets a cut, right? The developer or publisher gets a cut, Nintendo gets a cut.
Exactly.
So just put them out there. So you're going to have some people being, I like Bonk. I remember, because if you're going to get a TurboGrafx game, you're going to start with Bonk. So it'll probably sell. I'm surprised, though, they never put on, now we're talking about it, they never put on those rare TurboGrafx games anywhere. They're always like the more common ones. They don't even get to like the even somewhat hard to find ones usually for TurboGrafx. Like I'm not talking about Magical Chase being on a virtual console.
No.
You didn't even get that far with the rare ones. You stick with those safe like 20 to 30 ones usually. It's like, the ones that you probably could have owned if you knew if it was around. I wonder why that is. Just kind of curious.
That is strange.
Past metaphysical TurboGrafx-16 question of the day.